Altis endurance coach here. We're going to talk a bit about cross training and specifically about bikes today. So we've got a stationary bike and then a stationary bike with arms as well. So first of all, we'll talk about the bike. I like to use this for 800 workouts and down pretty much. So fairly intense work because we can kind of crank up the resistance, and that's going to put a little bit more load through the system and we get pretty high lactate levels off the back of that. Some high power output. First of all, just for setup, you want to make sure that the seat's high enough so that when the athlete gets on and the legs fully extended on the down pedal, that they're more or less straight. So a little bit bend's fine, but we don't want it too high because that's going to load quads too much, and we don't want too much tightness going through there. Then the second thing to remember is that when the athlete's doing a repetition, they're going to be down in this low position. That's going to load a little bit more of glute, so they're going to get a little bit more power output and work a bit harder. But we have to kind of offset that a little bit because hip flexors are going to get really tight in that position. So in between reps, I would advise getting off the bike, maybe doing some backwards walking, some backwards skipping even, just to try and lengthen out that tissue. And then even in between reps or on longer kind of sessions, or if you're doing steady state stuff on here, that you just sit up in between so that you're getting that extension through the front side. And then if we move on to the bike with the hands on it, they're pretty hard to find, but I like them because they keep the athlete again in a more upright position. So we're just taking the stress off that anterior chain a bit, and we're also taking a lot of stress off the thoracic. So we're not bent over, we're nice and upright, and with the arms as well, we're getting a more similar action to running. So we're getting some movement through that thoracic spine.